All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a preview, this time of the West Brom versus Arsenal game. And hopefully I sound a little better. The reason I say that is because I've actually got myself a microphone. So it's a bit of a new experience for me. I'm getting all this flipping feedback. I'm like, I don't know, man. Black folk ain't meant to be handling something as something as technical as this. So I'm still getting used to it. So if you do hear like little occasional feedback, I will have it fixed by the next episode. I promise. I'm getting used to it. It literally arrived yesterday, so I'm just getting used to it. First thing first, let's talk about how weird this game is. You know, so I was actually rewatching some of my previous videos from like 6 months ago, where I was full of optimism and full of, oh my gosh, there's something really special around the corner here, and suddenly that's really soured and changed. You know, probably for the last week or so, I'm reading stories, and every time I read and hear stories, I'm hearing a new Arsenal story about how, oh, we're about to lose this player, we're about to lose that player. Who do Arsenal need to sell? Who do Arsenal need to keep? And it's just like one disaster story after another, and it really just puts you in a bit of a sour mood. In terms of the protests, I think they seem to be working. There was one protest ahead of Bayern Munich, definitely caught the board's attention. Then there was a protest ahead of the Lincoln game, which was right outside the director's box. And then apparently there's going to be a plane. I can't believe we're doing the plane thing. But apparently we're doing the plane thing. You know, they're going to be doing the whole Wenger out thing. So let's see the way that goes. For me, I'm in support of the message, but as an Arsenal fan, it's just not fun at the moment being an Arsenal fan. I'll be honest. It's kind of a I can't wait for the season to end type mode. And as per usual, we're in a race for the top four. You know, there's a bit of a gap between us and Liverpool, albeit we have 2 games in hand on Liverpool. But quite frankly, Arsenal need to win those 2 games in hand. So there's no given the way we're playing at the moment. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous ahead of this game. West Brom are not normally a team that we tend to struggle with. Although having said that, we do tend to have problems with pewless teams. So it's a bit of a catch-22. And West Brom are playing well. You know, with our fucked up situation and the way Chelsea are killing it at the moment, and how Leicester have not been playing as champs, and they got rid of Ranieri, and all of a sudden they're playing as champs. They're through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, which you guys know I already have a mixed feeling about. What I will say is that people are not noticing that West Brom are just flying under the radar. You know, these fuckers are like 8th. They're a decent team. And that worries me ahead of this game, because it would just be so awesome to just be like, you know what, yeah, we're going to take West Brom arrogantly, and then we lose or some bullshit like that. And I want us to at least finish the season strongly, right? For me, it's not necessarily about being in the top 4. Yes, I understand the purpose of being in the top 4. I understand that, you know, that means that potentially we have a greater chance of attracting players that we probably won't end up buying. And I understand that financially it will be better. And it's always a good thing for Arsenal to be playing in the Champions League and all that bollocks. I understand that. But the thing is that for me, if we're not winning the league, we're just doing a Wenger. And I don't want us to have an excuse to give this man a contract. That said, I'm an Arsenal fan. I will never not hope we won't win a game. And I hope we win as many games as possible. I hope we finish out the season strongly. So with that, going into this West Brom game, I want us to finally stop fucking around and finally start playing like a classic Arsenal team. You know, hell, if half of you motherfuckers want to leave, at least put yourself in a shop window. So that's all I demand out of the players at the moment. I'm trying to aim low. So that's what I'm doing here with this video, is aiming low, in the hope that we might actually achieve something on Saturday. So with that said, this would be my team. I'm going to go against a lot of what other people think, and Czech is my number one. He's going in goal. I know a lot of people have written Czech off. I'm almost with you. Not quite. He redeemed himself a little bit against Lincoln, made a really good save. I'm hoping Czech can finish the season strongly. For me, Czech is playing for his future. Czech is my number one. Bellerin, right back. I think we're slowly starting to see a little bit more classic Bellerin. I wasn't as high on Bellerin as I saw other people were last week. Having said that, I think he's getting there. And hopefully he'll continue getting there. Hopefully he'll stop modelling and just play football. So Bellerin will be my right back. Mustafi and Kashani on my centre defence. You guys know my feeling on Mustafi. I know it's not popular, but I still feel that way. That said, these two will be the guys I go with. And my left back is Gibbs, because Monreal is not getting in my team. So Gibbs. Midfield is the one that I think Wenger will inevitably disappoint all of us with. This would be my midfield team. I would have Oxen and Xhaka in my middle. Coquelin ain't getting in my team. I think he's playing too poorly. And quite frankly, I'm counting down the days to whenever El Nene is back. Does anyone actually know when this guy is back? I get the feeling it's after international break, but these will be my two that I would start in the middle. On the right-hand side, I start with Theo. I thought his last couple of games he played really, really well. I've been really impressed with him. Even Bayern Munich, in the first half, Theo was running the show. I don't care what anyone says. So, for me, Theo and Ox are two best players at the moment. Theo stays on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, Iwobi, you're not getting in my team. Welbeck, I think, is still a little bit ill. So for me, I would have Perez getting on that left-hand side. I don't know whose dick this motherfucker needs to suck. He needs to get to sucking. Because quite frankly, I don't know what else he needs to do to get in the team. So on the left-hand side, Perez goes in my team. As my number 10, I'm putting Mesut Ozil. For me, slow glimpses in the weekend. He's getting back to his best, but he's still got a long way to go for me. But I'd start him as my number 10. It's West Brom. Quite frankly, if you can't perform against West Brom, I'm not going to start you in the rest of the damn season. In knowing my teams anyway. And then up front, I'm going with Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez will be my number 9 because, quite frankly, it's Alexis Sanchez. And I don't care what issues everyone has with Alexis Sanchez. They need to sort them the hell out. Whatever they are, sort them out now. That would be my 1 to 11. I don't expect Wenger to go with that 1 to 11 because it's Arsene Wenger, but we'll see what happens. With that said, I'm going to go confident, and I feel we'll actually keep a clean sheet, and I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to try and be positive. We'll see. I'm going to do my review probably on Sunday. I'm going to ask someone. I've got someone in mind to do it with. But there's no point sharing it with you until I've actually got a yes out of them. So stay tuned for that one. So Sunday I'll be doing my review. All right, people. I'm out of here. It was a quick one. Take care. Peace.